Who is your person? Who do you currently have in your circle today that can support your goal? The goal, remember the goal that I told you to write down? Um, what type of friends do you have around you right now as we speak? Or do you have friends that encourage you and hold you accountable for your actions? Or do you have friends that encourage you to make bad decisions and support you in bad decisions? These are the questions that I want you to ponder for today's episode. Welcome to Gracefully Growing, the podcast that helps you to thrive in life during and after high school. I am Dr. Kemi, educator, author, mom to the most amazing 12 and a half year old. I know teenagehood is coming. Speaker and gratitude advocate. I am so excited for you to continue on this journey with me as we explore the 5 key principles of grace. And those 5 key principles are gratitude, reflection, affirmations, connection, and empathy. Today, we are going to be talking about how we cultivate meaningful connections. So it's just not cultivating connections, we're cultivating meaningful connections. That's why I asked you those questions earlier. Because whoever you're connected to either hinders you or grows you. So I want you to pay attention to that. Okay? Why is it important that we build meaningful connections, or we call them relationships? These connections become our community. And of course, you can find all about all of this in my book, Living with Grace, available on Amazon. Why is this important? Because these connections, these relationships, they are crucial for your personal as well as your professional growth. Whether it's family, it's friends, or with your mentors, the people that connect you, that they can support you. They challenge you, they hold you accountable, and these people help you grow. This is why it's important for us to have meaningful connections. More importantly, meaningful connections support your social and academic well being. They allow you to become academically successful because connections are allowing you to connect with your classmates, your teachers, your principals, assistant principals, and they lead to more success. They give you access to more resources, right? It's a way for you to build a network with people that either will help you now or help you in the future. It's a way for you to be exposed to opportunities. Especially in your schools, career guidance is important. And oftentimes you get that through building meaningful connections. Meaningful connections are great for your personal growth and your development. You need people in your corner that will help you build your self confidence. You need people in your corner that will support your goals. You need people in your corner that will tell you when you are wrong. You need people in your corner that would encourage you and expand your perspective. And this leads to a broader understanding of the world. You need all of these people to be in your corner. The most important thing about building meaningful connections, and why is this is so important, and is one of the tenets of the 5 principles, is this: you can build lasting friendships, and these lasting friendships end up becoming a part of your broader personal network or your professional network, right? So connections are very important. Communities are very important. So let me tell you a personal story. I don't know if I ever told you at the beginning of this. I used to be a teacher. I taught science for 13 years, and then I moved on to my next career as a high school assistant principal. While I was a science teacher, I had a student who wanted to attend Spelman College, which is the college I graduated from. And she asked me for a letter of recommendation based on our relationship. Of course, I granted her the letter of recommendation. I wrote the letter of recommendation, and she was able to attend Spelman. And she stayed in touch with me. Once again, connections, right? Well, a year into her journey at Spelman College, she sent me an email asking if I knew anyone who could hire her because she needed a job on campus. I said, of course I do. So I reached out to one of my former college professors because prior to me becoming a science teacher, I also worked at Spelman College as a laboratory technician. So I built relationships and connections with the professors there. So I just simply wrote a quick, short email to one of the professors that I knew that still worked at Spelman College. And it was along the lines of, hey, listen, dear Dr. So and so, this student is, let's call her Sarah. Sarah is a former student, a student of mine at this high school, and she's looking for a job. If you have an opening, please let her know. Here's her email, here's her telephone number. And I connected the two of them. Guess what? The professor did have an opening, and he hired her. Connections. Oftentimes, it kills me when students don't think of your teachers as part of your community. You see your teachers as, oh, they're just teachers. But do you know who they're connected to outside of the four walls of the building? You don't even know. One of my son's teachers' sister works at Google, and she reached out to her sister. Her sister did a career day, virtual career day. This was during COVID. And she talked to them about Google and all of that good stuff, right? She asked the students a question, and my son raised up his hand and he got the question correct. He sent my baby at, well, how old was Zayden? At 9 years old, swag from Google. My son was so tripped. Connection. Because guess what we now have as part of our community? The former fourth grade teacher whose sister works at Google. Connections. Let's talk about how we build meaningful connections. But before I go there, young people, if you have a friend and all that friend wants to do is encourage you to cut class, be disrespectful, don't do your homework, that person don't need to be connected to you any longer. Okay? You need to go ahead and sever that relationship because that relationship is not going to take you anywhere. The number of times that trouble has happened when I was an assistant principal or when I was a teacher and students have gotten in trouble based on the company that they kept is mind boggling. It's mind boggling. So, this is very important. Look at your circle. I want you to vet your circle. Who's in your circle right now as we speak? that all they know how to do is encourage you to do bad stuff. They don't need to be in your circle. They do not need to be in your circle. You need to remove yourself from them, because the only thing that's going to happen with those kinds of people is that they're going to get you in trouble. They're going to get you in trouble. And then that ends up taking your focus off of your goal. Remember your goal? Take out your journal right now, or your phone notes. Take it out. Look at your goal. Who's in your circle that can connect you to achieving your goal? Now, let's talk about how we build meaningful connections. Number one, be authentic. People are drawn to your authenticity. Don't try to be somebody you're not just because you're trying to fit in. Do you know how many students get in trouble because they're trying to fit in somewhere? Don't try to fit in. Those people are not your people. Okay? Number two, be a good listener. We build the best relationships and connections on active listening. Truly listen to somebody and be interested in what they're saying. Show interest in what others are doing and make them feel heard. Number three, set boundaries. Remember the people I said that are in your circle that may not be doing what they're supposed to be doing? Yeah, those people. Set boundaries with them. Oh, Jay, let's go. We don't even want to go to Miss Kemi's class today. Yeah, I'm going to class. You could do whatever you want. That's how you set boundaries. Know when to say no to people. No is a whole complete sentence. What I want you to do, if you take nothing else out of today's lesson, prioritize yourself, your goal, your future. Prioritize your goal and your future. Don't let nobody come on and take your focus off your focus because you're trying to fit in with them. Now, how do you find your people? I thought you never asked. Get involved in activities on your middle school campus, high school campus that aligns with your interest. It's a great way for you to meet other people just like you, and you become a part of a community. So do you like to play sports? Those people become a member of your community. Do you like to read? Join a reading bowl. Start a reading club. Or is it called book club? Start a book club. Find a teacher that will be willing to sponsor you guys. And even if there's no teacher to sponsor, do you know you can start your own virtual book club? And you guys just meet on Zoom. Zoom is free for 45 minutes. Get one of your parents to create you a Zoom account. Okay? Participate in events and workshops. Attend social, cultural, academic events on your school's campus to connect with others and explore new interests. Engage in class. Answer questions. Participate actively. Engage with your peers in class. Collaborate with your peers in class. Seek mentorship from other people. Your goal, look at your goal. Who can you find to mentor you? Do you want to become a medical doctor? Go to your area. If there is a family clinic or a doctor's office, ask them if they will take you on as an intern. Maybe you go there once a week. So you shadow them. Do you want to become a dentist? Do you want to become a veterinarian? That's what you do. Find the people that are already in your profession and ask for them to mentor you. Because what that does, it holds you accountable. It holds you accountable. Volunteer and give back. Volunteering is one of the biggest ways you can contribute to your community. and it provides opportunities for you to meet other people and make a positive impact. So, very quickly, how do you find your who? One, join clubs and organizations on your school's campus. Two, participate in events and workshops. Three, engage in class. Four, find mentorship in your community. Five, volunteer and give back. So here's what I want you to do today. Take a look at your goal. Now, write down the names of everyone you can think of that can support you on that journey. Don't leave out your teachers. Do not leave out your teachers. Now that you have your list, I want you to either call these people or text them or send them an email and tell them about your goal and ask for their assistance to mentor and support you. What does this do for you? It holds you accountable and it helps you to focus on your focus. So then all of the other pieces of talk becomes a big distraction that you don't want. So I want you to take a moment and do that for me today. Are your relationships right now, are they uplifting? If they're not, take a moment to reassess who you're spending your time with. Time is valuable. Once time is gone, you never get it back. Time is a very, very valuable commodity. Okay. So I want to leave you with this quote. Building connections in life is not just about networking. We grown people call it networking. It's about creating a community that inspires you, supports you, and propels you towards your dreams. This has been Gracefully Growing. And until next week, I am Dr. Kemi Pupola, and I will see you next week. Thank you. And that's a wrap for today's episode of Gracefully Growing. Thank you so much for tuning in and growing with me. Remember, living with grace means showing gratitude, taking the time for reflection, speaking powerful affirmations, building strong connections, and practicing daily empathy with yourself and others. If today's episode gave you something to think about, inspired you, or made you smile, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss an episode. You can also download today's free resource in the show notes and join our Gracefully Growing community on social media for more tools, encouragement, and real talk. Until next time, keep showing up for yourself, keep growing, and most of all, keep living with grace. I am Dr. Kemi. See you next week.